Archangel Michael is deeply distressed because you consistently overlook his messages. This is not a matter to be taken lightly. You will be profoundly changed after learning what this individual admitted about you. Access this information swiftly. Archangel Michael reveals that the heavens are shaking tonight, not from thunder, but because of a secret that just came out. A man, burdened by a secret he could no longer keep, knelt and spoke. What he said made the angels pause in their flight. His voice trembled as he mentioned your name, and then profound silence filled the room. You were never supposed to hear this confession, but fate has brought this truth to you. Michael wept, not from weakness, but because even he, a divine protector, cannot shield you from this emotional impact. This is more than a message. It's a revelation woven with sadness, truth, and deceit. The man who confessed is someone you once trusted deeply, someone who could look you in the eye and lie without hesitation. He laid bare every hidden thought, every unkind word he whispered about you while pretending to be a friend. His confession wasn't just a brief moment. It was a complete collapse of his pretense, shattering the perfect image he maintained. He admitted to envying your resilience and secretly planning to see your spirit fade, believing no one would notice. But heaven observed everything, and Archangel Michael, the guardian of truth and justice, couldn't hold back his tears when the final detail was revealed. Type Amen to receive a blessing. Comment if you feel a stirring in your heart. Heaven is watching your response. He said that he felt your blessings should have been his and couldn't understand why good things always came your way. He turned his jealousy into manipulation, subtly turning people against you. He pretended to support you but was actually a hidden adversary, using your light to spread negativity. Archangel Michael says this confession caused a stir in the spiritual world. The angels who once protected the man distanced themselves as he revealed his true intentions. He had many opportunities to stop and confess earlier, but his pride was stronger than his shame. Now it's too late to change what has been done. He stands exposed without his disguise. His heart aches with regret, but regret cannot undo betrayal. Michael was there when the truth emerged, and his sword seemed to lose its brightness from sorrow as your name filled the room. Type Amen to receive a blessing. Your name, your laughter, your kindness. He used all of it against you in conversations where you were the subject. He would share your secrets with people who shouldn't have known them, just to get approval from those who disliked you. Every time you sensed something was wrong but couldn't identify it, this was a contributing factor. He confessed that he wished for your downfall to be public and agonizing. He hoped you would lose faith in yourself so he could pretend to be your rescuer and seem innocent. The deception was played carefully, and his confession showed how close he came to succeeding. But Archangel Michael was aware of every thought, every whisper, every hidden communication. Michael cried not just because of what was said, but because of how deeply you trusted this person. You saw the good in them, even when your intuition warned you. Type Amen to receive a blessing. He even confessed that he once tried to interfere with your destiny. Yes, he sought out someone who claimed they could spiritually block your blessings. He paid them and provided your photo. Your name was written on candles and in circles, all because he couldn't accept your success. But every attempt to harm you failed, because Michael's protection was over you. And now, the angels have brought the full account of his words to your spirit. That feeling of heaviness during your sleep, those unexpected waves of sadness, this was the truth trying to reach you. This person mistook your silence for weakness. They didn't realize your silence was a sacred defense, shaped by pain and guided by a divine plan. You were always a step ahead, even when you felt like you were falling behind. Type Amen to receive a blessing. Comment if you felt the transformation in your soul. This message is divinely crafted for you. Michael says, you have been carrying burdens that were not yours. Every tear you shed from not knowing whom to trust was already being addressed in heaven's court. And now, the matter is settled. The guilty person has confessed. He said, your aura was intimidating because you never begged, never submitted, and always smiled. That smile was more threatening to him than any weapon, because it came from a place he could never understand. His confession was filled with envy and twisted with shame. He didn't just betray you once. It was a repeated action, a strategy, a consistent pattern. And now that it's all exposed, he is afraid. Not because he fears punishment, but because he knows he lost the only person who truly believed in him. Type Amen to get a blessing. He also said something you need to hear directly. They still haunt my mind. I can't sleep knowing I tried to destroy someone so pure. But words alone cannot heal wounds this deep. What has been revealed will change your perspective on every conversation you've ever had with him. He confessed to laughing when others made fun of you, staying quiet when you were blamed, and even sending screenshots of your private thoughts to someone else. All for a sense of power. Your divine guides allowed this to happen, not to punish you, but to bring everything hidden to light. The mask is now gone, and the remnants of his deceit are gone. Type Amen to get a blessing. The angels say, your soul has become stronger through this. You now possess knowledge that will protect you always. No more second guessing. No more uncertainty. Truth has revealed itself and cleared the confusion. His confession wasn't private. It was witnessed by beings of both light and darkness. Even the shadows seemed to pause as he confessed. This moment has become a significant spiritual event in your life's journey. Michael cried because he saw the purity of your heart and how undeserved this betrayal was. He saw how you prayed for this person, even defending them when others warned you. Such loyalty is uncommon, and it pained heaven to see it disregarded. Type Amen to get a blessing. He has lost all connection to you now, not just physically, but spiritually. He cannot enter your energetic space again. Your aura has been sealed by Michael's tears and a heavenly decree. There will be people who try to defend him or justify his action, but deep down, your soul now holds the truth, and no argument can change what has been divinely revealed. His own family is now finding out what he did. A series of consequences has started. His confession has unleashed a storm that is affecting every part of his life. Type Amen to get a blessing. You are being cleansed from his influence right now. Even the dreams where he appeared will cease because heaven has removed his energetic mark from your life. Archangel Michael's cry was also a purifying flood. You will start to feel lighter. Conversations will change. Opportunities that were blocked will now flow towards you. Everything delayed by this person's spiritual meddling is being set free. What he tried to restrict is now being released by divine order. Type Amen to get a blessing. Comment if you're already sensing the change. The heavens are working in your favor. Your light was never meant to be diminished. His confession confirmed what you already suspected. But now it's no longer a mere suspicion. It's a divine confirmation. You are moving into a new phase of life where truth prevails, and betrayal cannot touch you. The door to him has closed permanently. Michael says, move forward without guilt. You gave your best. Your intentions were pure. And that is what heaven now honors. Type Amen to get a blessing. His final words during the confession were soft and broken. I lost them. I lost the one person who saw the best in me. But your story doesn't conclude there. Your healing starts now. You are now protected with a new layer of divine security. The angels have repositioned themselves and built new defenses around your energy. Permit no one through without divine approval. This is your season of justice. The betrayal was profound, but the blessing will be even greater. You will rise not just recovered, but Type Amen to get a blessing. You will no longer grieve for people who hid deceit behind kindness. You will be celebrated by souls who recognize and protect your light, and the heavens will accompany you every step of the way. This confession wasn't an end. It was a divine reset. Your name is now safe. Your soul is guarded. Type Amen to get blessings. His voice still seems to linger in the room where he confessed. The very walls absorbed the guilt, fear, and truth that had waited years to be spoken. He admitted that every time you smiled, it filled him with silent anger, because he felt inadequate next to your peace. The angels say he didn't betray you just once. He practiced it like a ritual, but every secret eventually comes to light, and this one became too significant to remain hidden. Your dreams have already been trying to warn you. The restless nights, the strange heaviness when you thought of him, the cold feeling even in warmth. It was all a sign. Heaven wasn't trying to frighten you but to awaken you. Archangel Michael says he stood guard each time this person tried to spiritually re-enter your life. He placed divine barriers across communication channels. That's why their messages started to feel different, colder and more desperate. Type Amen to get a blessing. For when the confession was finished, the man looked around and realized he was truly alone. The very influences that once enabled his manipulative behavior were gone. He didn't weep for forgiveness, but because he knew your light would never shine on him again. You have reached a point where healing and justice converge. No more self-doubt. The words have been spoken. The negative influence is broken. He told someone, I regret it, but I don't deserve their forgiveness. And he is correct. Some lessons are learned too late, and some connections are best left severed. Type Amen to get a blessing. You may start to notice people quietly distancing themselves from you. Don't be concerned. It's a divine reorganization. Those spiritually connected to him will begin to drift away because their energy cannot align with your elevated state. You'll observe people feeling uncomfortable around you for no apparent reason. That's their spirit recognizing your truth, which makes negativity uneasy. You were never meant to remain among those who spoke ill of you while benefiting from your kindness. The new circle you're about to join has no space for betrayers. Type Amen to get a blessing. Comment if your spirit resonates with what is being revealed. This is not by chance. It's divine timing. Michael says he documented every moment you were silently attacked. Heaven knew the things you didn't, and your rewards are now being released because you persevered. The confession opened doors in the spiritual realm. The truth has initiated a ripple effect that is now becoming a wave. You are being elevated into new situations, new seasons, and this betrayal was the final thing holding you back. Type Amen to get a blessing. The man said, I used to watch them succeed and wish for their failure, but each time I tried they only rose higher. That's because your blessings are tied to your purpose, not to others' opinions. And now he watches from a distance. He is no longer able to affect what he tried to destroy. His access is gone. His influence has vanished. You'll begin to see your life take surprising positive turns. Your job, relationships, health, and inner peace will all start to improve now. Because the confession wasn't just about him, it was about your liberation. Type Amen to get a blessing. You have successfully passed the test of faith. You have demonstrated that purity and truth still matter, and now heaven is rewarding you with clarity and advancement. Archangel Michael says, you will no longer be pursued by deceit disguised as affection. You will be cherished in truth.
The next person who sees you will see your soul, not just your achievements. False friends will try to return, but your energy will repel them. You won't even need to block them. Your vibration has shifted so high, they will remove themselves due to discomfort. Type amen to get a blessing. He confessed that your strength frightened him. He said, "They kept getting up even after I spiritually pushed them down." That is why Michael wept. Because you kept rising with grace, even as people tried to bring you down. Now that you know the truth, your spirit can find peace. It's time to stop feeling guilty for things that were never your fault. The lies were never yours to counter. You did what you could. You remained kind. You stayed gentle in a world that tried to make you harsh. Type amen to get a lasting blessing, for you will notice your home starting to feel lighter. That's the shift in energy. The negativity that silently followed you, created by this man's spiritual interference, has now vanished. Sleep will become easier. You'll start to hear from new, genuine voices. Divine connections are being guided to your path as we speak. Don't grieve the loss of the betrayer. Celebrate the freedom of your destiny. This chapter was essential for your complete emergence. Type amen to get a blessing. Comment if you feel your energy shifting. Archangel Michael is with you. You are now enveloped in a light that no darkness can penetrate. You are protected by angelic agreements made in heaven long before you met this man. Everything taken from you will be returned in unexpected ways. The time, the trust, the energy, it's all coming back, multiplied. Because you remained true. You didn't seek revenge. You didn't curse him. In return, you endured pain and still chose peace. And now peace will choose you. Type amen to get a blessing. He said, "One last thing. I never thought they'd find out. I thought the angels would keep my secrets, but Michael doesn't protect darkness. He breaks chains. The same Michael who cried for your pain now raises his sword for your advancement. Your name is being spoken among the righteous. Your future is being reconstructed from ideal plans, and the people who once overlooked you will now see your divine progress, because you are not who they claimed you were. You are who heaven designed you to be." Type amen to get a blessing. You are no longer under spiritual attack. You are under divine protection. The battle is over. The healing commences. Let this confession be the ultimate proof that you were always right to trust your intuition. You were never paranoid, you were perceptive. Heaven has validated you, and now your blessings will be so abundant. Even your adversaries will have no choice but to acknowledge you. Type amen to get a blessing. This message is sealed with Archangel Michael's tears. No longer tears of pain, but of release and triumph. You survived the betrayal. Now you flourish in the blessing. Heaven did not stay silent when your name was unfairly treated. Every time your soul silently cried in a room full of people who couldn't see your inner struggle, Archangel Michael was beside you. His silence was not a sign of absence. It was preparation for this moment of revelation. Now that the confession has reached you, there's no going back. The illusion has been lifted, and the truth is exposed, like a wound that has finally been cleansed. No more guessing. No more hoping for change from someone who never intended to give it. Your presence was never the issue. It was their flawed character that turned admiration into envy. You became a reflection that showed them who they weren't prepared to be. So instead of rising with you, they chose to try and undermine you. Type amen to get a blessing. He confessed to watching you daily, not with affection but with obsession. He studied your actions not to learn but to try and outdo you. But what he failed to understand is that you were never competing with anyone. Michael says every step you took was guided by divine order. What they mistook for luck was actually grace. What they called coincidence was God's plan. Your victories are spiritual. That's why they couldn't block them. No matter how many times they tried, their negative efforts failed. Their prayers against you backfired. You are marked by the divine. Type Amen to get a blessing. Comment if your heart feels this truth encompassing you. The angels are listening. He also admitted that he regrets not just his actions, but who he became in the process. He became unrecognizable even to himself, and now shame is consuming him more than any punishment could. You are not responsible for his downfall. You were the one who offered him light when he was in darkness. You tried to uplift him. You tried to love him correctly. But he mistook your kindness for weakness. He thought you would never discover the truth. And now the heavenly realm itself has delivered this message to your soul. Type Amen to get a blessing. There are people still connected to him who will try to contact you soon. Some will try to manipulate, others to gather information. Remain calm and trust your spirit. It will guide you more clearly now. Your ability to discern has been enhanced. Your soul has advanced to a new level of understanding. You will see through false smiles and deceptive words. He can no longer hide behind charm or excuse. The mask has been destroyed. What's left is a soul trembling under the weight of exposure. Type Amen to get a blessing. Archangel Michael says, your heart has been like a garden overrun with weeds for too long, but now the divine gardener is restoring it with golden flowers of protection. Each seed of pain is now growing into strength. Don't explain yourself to anyone. Your truth is protected. Your peace is not up for debate. People will ask why you've changed, why you're glowing, why you're silent. Let them wonder. Let your peace be the most powerful response. Type Amen to get a blessing. He said he underestimated your strength. He thought your silence meant you had given up. But now he knows it was a strategic pause. Heaven was preparing your comeback while you patiently waited. This is your moment of turnaround. Every tear you cried is being collected by angels and will be returned as miracles. Every lie told about you is being nullified by the truth that is now emerging. He no longer controls the story. The narrative is now being written by God's hand, and your next chapter will erase the pain of all previous ones. Type Amen to get a blessing. You're not just healing, you're undergoing a transformation. You're becoming someone who won't even recognize the person who once allowed that betrayal to happen without challenge. This is the power of awareness. Archangel Michael says, your life is about to be filled with divine connection. People who cherish truth, loyalty, and spiritual depth are being brought into your circle. You will never associate with negativity again. He may try to come back, but his access has been revoked. Your energetic signature has been upgraded. He won't even recognize the new you. Type Amen to get a blessing. Comment. Now if your soul is awakening, the angels are close. The circumstances have changed. The atmosphere around you feels different now because heaven is guiding your path in a new direction. The path is clear of betrayal. You are being uplifted in ways that are beyond explanation. Doors are opening that no earthly power can close. What was previously blocked is now bursting forth. He lost the chance to be part of your ascent. Let that reality sink into his spirit. Let him observe from the outside as you become everything he claimed you would never be. Type Amen to get a blessing. Michael cried not from pity but from a holy anger. The heavens observed as you were manipulated, ridiculed, and misunderstood, and now they have intervened in your defense. Let this be your validation. You were never irrational, you were connected. You weren't paranoid, you were protected. Heaven is speaking loudly now, louder than the whispers behind your back. The divine judgment has been delivered. You are free. Type Amen to get a blessing. You won't need to seek revenge. Your joy will be evident enough. Your peace will communicate where your words remain unspoken. This is the final message you will ever need concerning this person. The confession has determined their fate, and now let your spirit move forward unburdened. Your name is being honored in circles of favor. while they gather in circles of regret. What he intended for harm has been transformed into a miracle with your name on it. Amen. To get a blessing, Archangel Michael says, you are finished mourning over someone who abandoned their loyalty. You will now laugh wholeheartedly again. You will sleep without spiritual burdens. The confession has broken every spell of confusion. The fog has lifted. You are walking in light again. This is not an end. It is a divine new start.